Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be on this new Revolution CC Perfecting Foundation. So this is part of the Revolution Pro range. I got mine on the Revolution website. I think you can also get it now on Superdrug's website. I got it on 3 for 2 on the Revolution website, so it was £10, and I also got the powder that goes along with it. It comes in this really lovely compact. So this is the CC Perfecting Press Powder, and it does say it has no flashback on this, so it is really pretty. It's got that lovely pattern in. This is in the shade Warm Ivory, so this was not the lightest shade. There was another shade lighter than this in the scale, but for me it looked a little bit darker for some reason. I think it was called Ivory, and then this one was like the second one, and this one appeared lighter. So I don't know whether it was like an undertone difference, because this one does look a little bit yellowy to me, and maybe the other one was like a pinky undertone and that's why it appeared darker. I'm not 100% sure. So anyway, this was £9 and there were 3 for 2, so I got another powder for free. So I got this CC cream in the shade F1, and that is like usually the shade that I get from Revolution. I haven't tried going any lighter because I've tried the Conceal and Define concealer in 0.5 and it was really light, so I just haven't ventured like lighter on the scale. Maybe I need to swatch some in store. I have actually had the concealer, the Conceal and Define concealer in 0.7 before, and that was actually darker than F1, so I always just stick to F1. That is my shade. So this is meant to be a dupe for the It Cosmetics CC cream. Now I don't have that to compare it to. I do have the It Cosmetics Bye Bye foundation, which is a full coverage moisturizer. So I don't think they sell this yet in the UK. I had mine imported from, well, I bought it from QVC in the US, shipped it to my mailbox, and then shipped it on to me. So like these are like the two, so I don't know whether it would be good to have like a comparison. Would anybody like that? Because this is SPF 50, this is SPF 30, this says it's a CC Perfecting Foundation, this says it's a full coverage moisturizer foundation. I don't know. I don't know what the different, like, I think the difference between this and the normal CC cream is this is more full coverage, but I don't know. If anyone would like to see like a comparison between the two, let me know. I can do that, you know, on each side of the face. So I have already moisturised and primed my face. Today I am using the AOA Wonder Skin Mattifying Primer. So this is like $1 from Shop Miss A. It's such a good little primer, so I thought I would bring that out because I want to try and use this up this year. I'm trying to use as many of my products up as I can. I know I like buy a lot of makeup, but I'm trying to use up like some as well, just so like I can see how many empties I get by the end of the year. I am collecting them and I will do that video. I am also wearing some like extra lashes today, just because I normally have lash extensions, and with the lockdown I've not been able to get them, so they're like falling out and I'm looking a little bit bold at the moment. So I was going to put these Revolution lashes on. So these are the wispy lashes in number 6 Flutter. However, I had a little bit of a trouble putting them on. They are only £3, so I cut them down to size and everything and put the glue on and let the glue set. However, when they are stuck in the box, like, because usually what happens is like they'll put like a little bit of glue on them so they stick to the box. They put a lot of glue on there to stick to the box. Like a lot of lashes will put like just 2 tiny little sticky bits and they'll stick to that. There was a lot of glue on these, and that glue was interfering with like the lash glue, and like it wouldn't settle. Like the lash glue just wouldn't stick to it, and they were just sticking everywhere. I could not get these to stick to my lashes. I know I'm like a bit of a lash novice, I don't wear them very often, but I would have hoped they would have been quite easy to apply, and I didn't find that they were. Maybe I needed to, I don't know, clean them before you use them. Is that what you meant to do? I thought you could just put lashes on. Anyway, I went back and got some other lashes out, and these have got like a thicker lash band, and these are quite a thin lash band, so maybe that's just what I prefer. Maybe I prefer like something more solid for when I'm applying them to my eyes. So yeah, these were a bit of a no from me. They were only £3, but I found them a bit of a fail and I spent so long putting them on. Anyway, let's jump into this. So I'm going to zoom you in a second. So it is now like 9:55, so we'll call that the first like check check-in time because that's when we're starting, and then I'll call back in a few hours to see how it's sitting in the day, and then obviously I'm hoping to get about 7 or 8 hours worth of wear on this foundation so we can see what it looks like at the end of the day. Okay, so we are zoomed in. I'm going to apply the first lot of foundation to one side of my face with the Spectrum B01 brush. So this is like a flat top foundation brush. I didn't actually read out what it says on this. It does say it's a full coverage moisture rich CC foundation with hyaluronic acid, collagen and antioxidants and SP30. So it's meant to be hydrating and full coverage. So hydrating is not really for me. I do like matte because I get quite oily, but you know, it could be a new favourite. So let's get into it and see. So the foundation is on now, and you can see like definitely a big difference from this side of my face to this one. I feel like it's definitely covered up all my redness because I've got like quite a bit of redness around like these parts of my face and my nose at the moment. I had a little bit on my chin. Yeah, it's definitely covered them up. I'd be interested to see how well it covers this spot. Yeah, it's a really good coverage, and it just makes my face look really nice. I don't know how well that's capturing on camera, but it looks like natural but flawless at the same time, if that makes any sense. I'm going to grab a sponge now and then just put it on this side of the face. So that's the sponge side, and then you've got the foundation side. Can you see a difference? I can see a slight difference. I feel like the sponge side has really pressed it into my skin, whereas I do feel like I've got more coverage on the brush side, but it's not like as flawless as this side, if that makes any sense. I think what I'd probably do is like I'd probably apply it with a brush and then maybe just go over it with a sponge just to like really like press it in and give it like that ultra flawless look. But yeah, it has covered that spot. It's covered all my redness. I think it's a good colour match. Yeah, doing well so far. Okay, so we're going to use the powder now and just to, yeah, put a little bit of that over it. So yeah, CC Perfecting Press Powder this is. So this has hyaluronic acid in it as well and antioxidants. So I'm just going to use it's a masked buffing brush just to put that on. So there's not like a lot of, like when you put the brush in it, there's not like a lot of like powder that puffs everywhere, which is great. Like it's quite hard in the pan. And then I'm just like going to buff that in. Okay, so that's the powder on, and it's definitely mattified it quite a bit, but at the same time my skin is still glowing. Like you can still see like a little bit of a sheen, which looks really nice. It looks more like a natural matte, if that's what it's called. So yeah, I think my skin looks really lovely. It's one of them where I don't feel the need to put concealer on, so it could be one of them like for when you're in a rush, you know, you just want to put something on, or for everyday wear. I don't know, like I actually really think it looks good. I'm hoping that it really lasts, because I hope that, you know, it can be a good favourite for me, because I know it's something like this usually with hyaluronic acid and it's not usually for me, something that's dewy, and usually things like this don't last, because I've tried the Maybelline, whatever it was called, like that kind of equivalent. I'll link that one in the description box. Like the anti-pollution foundation that was in a squeeze tube. I don't even remember what that one was called. I don't have it anymore because it was good, but it just didn't last on my skin. But that one did look really nice when I put it on. So I hope it's not going to be like one of that, and I hope it is going to last on my face. So it is just before 10, like I said with the first check-in. I'm obviously going to put maybe a little bit more makeup on because obviously my eyes are outweighing my face at the moment. I'll just put like a little bit of like bronzer on and that, and then I'll come back in a few hours and we'll see how it's lasting. Hey guys, so I'm here with an update. It's just after 12:30, so we've had a good 2.5 hours with the CC foundation. So let's have a look how it's looking. It looks fine around my forehead. There's no shininess or other than the glow. There's nothing like moving or oiliness, and I'm still quite glowy around my cheeks. I have put Benefit Hoola and I think it's called Rocketeur blush on. I am starting to get a little bit of not oiliness as much, it's just like maybe a bit of product build up around my nose, but to be fair that's quite expectant with any kind of foundation with my skin. But I think it still looks pretty good. It's not worn off in any places, so yeah, it's doing good so far, 2.5 hours in. Okay, welcome back. The time is about 6:15 now, and it's been about 8 hours, so it's been a little bit longer than I wanted to test. But let's have a look at how the face is doing. Okay, so there's still like no kind of movement or anything on my forehead. It is a little bit shiny. I am a little bit shiny in a few places, like around the sides of my nose and my chin. My cheeks look absolutely fine, but my cheeks are quite drier, so I wouldn't expect much oil to be there. So none of the product has moved. It's just like bunched up a little bit oil around here. Like there's nothing missing off my nose, off my chin, off my forehead, anywhere. I think overall it's worn pretty well. It's got really good coverage, this CC foundation, and it's lasted like a good 8 hours, and I have quite oily skin or combination skin, and it's done quite well. So I think for £10 it's a really good dupe. Well, I can't say it's a dupe from the Cosmetic CC cream because I haven't tested that one, but I would say if you're looking for something like that, that is like an affordable version. So yeah, I do think this is a good little product. It'll be great for like everyday use. I think like days that you don't want to have to wear a concealer and you can just nip this on, or even like when you're working from home but you want to just put like a little bit of face on. I think it's really good. The only thing I've noticed is that maybe I didn't set my under eyes as much as I should have, and some of my eyeliner kind of transferred down because I looked like a bit of a panda before. But other than that, I think it's worn really nicely. Like there's nothing that really transfers off. It's a really good one. So this is like, yeah, it's a really good launch from Revolution. I like this one, so I definitely think it's worth picking up. It is £10, but as I say, you know, if you can get 3 for 2, you can get something free. It's a nice little bargain. So thanks for watching this video, and if there's any other videos you want to see from me, pop them in the comments box and I will see what I can do, and I will see you again later. Bye.